my Starlink though. Whatever, it'll be okay. I'll drop off. Oh, I need to put some short. Yeah, be okay. Need some shorts. Take out shoes. It's kind of windy, so hopefully the live stream won't be all goofy. We're just gonna do, I don't know how many miles, but it is, I wasn't even gonna go tonight, but I'm still gonna try and get a run in tomorrow morning, but it is looking like that may not be a possibility because it might rain. So there's that. But I just up here on the hill, so that's why it's windy. Just because I need to leave in the morning and I don't want to have to drive down the really rocky part. So this way is just easier for me to get onto the freeway, even though since I've been here, somebody new has just popped up over here on the hill, which is weird. It's like, and I don't think they're camping there because they don't have their camper popped up, but who knows? Okay, I kind of need to wash my Hoka hat. Yeah, I should do that tonight. My nose is kind of not stuffy, but like feels like it has stuff in it. I'm gonna grab this hat and we will try and wash it out. I don't know if it'll dry by tomorrow, but and then this is my race hat, so I'm not using it. It was nasty. I actually washed it in the washer. You can definitely tell that there is clouds moving into rain. It is happening. I don't think I charged my freaking gimbal, and it was almost dead last time we used it. Yeah, it is almost dead. But I can charge it now, or charge it on this because my phone is fully charged, so it'll be fine. We're getting prepped for this race. Oh man, it's gonna be so exciting. There is so many freaking. This might be one of the most competitive fields we've ever had on both the women's and the men's side. It is nuts. But yeah, I drove by. We're gonna be going by the aid station. They got it set up already up here. You can see the one down there. That's where I'm gonna be, is down there. Towards the beginning of the race. Once the top leaders come through, then I'm pushing on further down to Gloriana. Okay, I got that. I got water if I need it. I'm not gonna wear sunglasses. Plug that in. Like, it's weird because it's, there we go. It's like way warmer than it was in Montana, but I feel chilly with that wind. That's why I have a long sleeve shirt on. It's just crazy. I don't know what's going on with the gimbal, but let me change camera views. And in fact, I probably should drop off this right now. But yeah, see, nice blue skies. And now you got all the weather moving in over, which, so it's gonna rain off and on tomorrow. It's like 84% chance of rain, starting actually around midnight tonight. So most of it will happen at tonight, I think, but there's still a chance for rain. And then race day, Saturday, is looking awesome. And then the weather has like changed a little bit, so I could look ahead now to my race next weekend, have a better idea. And it's not going to be warm, that's for sure. I mean, it'll feel warm out there, but the high is only supposed to be like low to mid 60s, which is good for me. But, and I think like Thursday before the race right now, and this can always change, but Thursday before the race, it's gonna rain all day. And then my race is on Friday, and it's looking pretty good. Saturday is looking pretty good. But poor Rochelle, one of my friends that I'm gonna crew for her on Sunday, it's supposed to rain. But it'll be good. Whew. There's somebody camped out. Down at that one spot down there. Haven't seen anybody down there in a long time. Whew. Oh, and our this guy right here, all I can say is it's people like that that give van lifers a bad rap. He's been here, like, we left here over a month ago. Because it would have been, what, the 10th? We got back on like the 11th of February, or of January. January? Yeah. I think. Something like that. Yeah, it would have been. And that dude was there for like a couple days before that. He's still sitting there. It's like, I wonder why all these different states are making it, outlawing residential camping, which is what that dude's doing. And all this residential camping means is people that live in their vehicle versus people that are just out camping. So how do they necessarily enforce something like that? I have no idea. But that's the people that are causing all those issues. Like, I know in Wyoming they're doing that. You just have to prove that you have an address somewhere. But, fire set up this yesterday. It's all set up now, closed off. Other than, they probably haven't dropped off the race isn't until Saturday morning, so they probably haven't dropped off all the water and stuff, and all the food and all that. But they got everything set up. And this aid station here is like, it's the first aid station. So, like, people, you're front of the pack, don't even stop. They just run straight through. And even your mid-pack, back in the pack people only, maybe fill up the water. That's about it. But they got the course markings out. Nice, nice, nice. Wrong way, but that's how we get back. Turn right there. It kind of sucks that they don't have the course going up here and then turning, because right here is this huge dip. And I tell you what, even though you're only, at this point, 8 miles in, roughly, maybe a little more than that, a little dip like that hurts. Like, once you're lethal, just hurdle the gap. I don't know what this guy's doing up here. He's changed direction too. First, when I noticed my faucet froze and split somehow. As soon as I turned my pump on, it was shooting out water out at the back of it, or out of the bottom of it. So I had to spend money I don't have already. Freaking ended up being $180 for a new faucet. Like, I could have got something cheaper, but that's quite often my shower too, so I need a very specific type of faucet. And that was the cheapest of that style, which sucks. I think the one I had in there before was a lot cheaper. I think it was about half price of that, but it's the cheapest I could find. Trail conditions are gonna be pretty good. It might be muddy first thing in the morning, and I think we're gonna have a fast course record. Like, I don't know if it'll be course record, but it's gonna be fast this year because it is gonna be cooler than normal year. Which usually means fast times. And then, because of how competitive the field is, it's probably going to be a course record time, course record year. Station is right up there. Surprised we actually can't see the top of the tent. It feels weird being down here without my doggo. Like, we got to Vermilion Cliffs, or I got to Vermilion Cliffs last night. I wanted to make sure I got at least to there, because I had to stop at the running store and a bunch of other stuff. I want to make sure I had time to do everything. Plus, with this weather, I wanted to make sure I was over the Kaibab. I think I got lucky last night. Ooh, freaking birds just scared the shit out of me. Because it was raining coming over the Tushers, and then it started to snow a little bit. And I was all worried. I looked at the radar because I was like, do I just need to go the other way? I looked at the radar and there was a split in between two storms to get up over the plateau. And I could hear it raining last night after I went to bed. So that means it was definitely snowing up on the plateau. Like in the next, I want to say week, freaking Flagstaff up here is supposed to get a couple feet of snow, or at least the ski hill is, which for this time of year is there. So they had to wait for it to warm up enough that all the snow was melted, and it wasn't a lot of snow. It was maybe half an inch on the roads. Like on the trail here, might have been a little bit more than that, but by the time the race got to even like this point, which is like 7.5 miles in, so roughly an hour, well, probably, well, less than that for the front runners, but it was all melted. But it was super muddy. I'd be surprised if we see somebody out here tonight. So they did a pop-up Burrito League segment at the would be the 50K finish line, but halfway point, or not even halfway, the 50K point for, well, yeah, I guess it would be halfway point for the 100K race. I did a pop-up Burrito League segment there, so I was like, after I'm done tomorrow, should I go down there and knock out some seggies? But it'd be good. And then I was privy to a little bit of information, and I might be doing a race. And by doing, I mean helping with broadcast of a race in March, late March. So we'll see. Hopefully that comes to fruition, because that would be good to get another paycheck, even though that'd be a smaller one. But it'd be worth it. And I mean, at that point, I would fly out to that. I'd have to get a rental, but I'd fly out and I wouldn't be able to use my own equipment, but because it would only be for like a day or two. But also, it would be fun to see one of my friends over there. So I'd probably drive anyways and just tell me just how much it would cost to fly. I'll just expect you to reimburse me up to that. Curious on how I know they put a bunch of stuff inside the tent. Like, how do they secure that for the next? And then one of my other friends, he's crew in Jupiter for 50K. That's awesome. That's gonna be, even the 50K is a freaking race. Both the men's and the women's side is like deep. Yeah, freaking men's side, I think you got, if I remember right, I think Adam Peterman's doing the 50K. And then you got Brett. He took like, what, second place last year? And then Jupiter, who took, what, like second place at the 100K 2 years ago. And then, I don't remember, there were a couple other big names. And on the women's side, you got freaking Hauha, freaking phenomenal, what is she, Vietnamese runner, I think? Kat Bradley, former winner of Western States. I'm trying to remember everybody. It was nuts when I was looking at the freaking list. Just having a mind blank. But I mean, the 100K field is so deep that it like blurs together too, which is which. It's freaking nuts. I think I'm most excited for the 50K. Like, it's hard for me to get excited for the 100K because it is going to be such a stressful day. So stressful. But on the 50K, it's like I'll be at the start line, I'll be down here at this one again. Not this one, this is the first aid station. Down at the bottom, I'll be at Gloriana, and then the finish line. And I don't even know if I'm catching the leaders at the finish line. I think I just show up randomly later on. I don't remember who as videographers are here. The only thing that sucks about this aid station is like your best view with the camera is probably from down here, facing that direction. In fact, it might even be best to be down there a long ways, because they're going to also have a GoPro up in the aid station here, but they come through here so fast, like so fast. There's your big water tub that they will fill up probably, I would guess tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, somewhere around there. Now they used to have, like 2 or 3 years ago, the aid station used to be up here on this side. This is a much better placement for the aid station. So, like, that's a good change that they did. But this is going backwards on the course. Somebody's up here probably camped out for the race, I had to guess. Can't tell. It's in a truck or something. It's a multicolored truck. But yeah. Whew. Well, my goal tonight was was to get 3 miles, or we're not going to get quite, well, we can get 3 miles by going further down the other direction for a little bit, because I'm only at 1.3. But I don't want to do too much because I want to try and get out here and get a run in tomorrow morning. But yeah, this is where they go. First aid station. Welcome, runners. Yeah, this is mile 7.7. It's Antelope Mesa. But yeah, it is like so fast moving through here. which, because of that reason, I'm so glad that I am not at this aid station. I mean, even my first aid station that I'll hit, which will be down there, like, I have to hightail it after the start. I have to cruise pretty fast. I think I'm going to try this year to go back to the highway and come in, because the road that comes from over here, that's on the race course too. So like, you have to go, I think it's like 2 miles or something up there. The sheriff must be driving around to make sure nobody's messing with the aid stations right there. It's good to see. But it's like 2 miles along with all the runners, and it takes forever to get past them. So I think I'm gonna hop on the highway, because once you get to the T up here on this road, you're past where they go. And then I can just cruise, because I have to get there. They're gonna be moving fast, so I can't be lollygagging. I have to be up by 8, and I think I have half an hour to get there. If that, because I have to pack up. Although I'm not gonna completely pack everything up. But the nice thing is, all of the stations I'm going to, I pretty much have, other than the finish line, I only have like a 50-yard walk to get to a good spot. Like, I know where I'm going. These are the exact same aid stations I was at last year, so I know where I'm going to be going to set up. Now might have to adjust a little bit down here at Hidden Treasure, just because of tree growth or bush growth. Not really trees, but the way the bushes have gone. But it'd be just as easy for me to just, have the camera already out. Their GoPro setup or mine? I'm hoping I'm using theirs, because theirs is way better than mine. Mine is just kind of a piecemealed hodgepodge, whatever together, and then I don't have a way. Mine has to run on actual camera batteries instead of theirs that can be plugged in to an external battery. Whew. But I mean, really, it'd be nice if we just had, if I had 2 links. Not only can I set up audio for both of them, if I use mine, I don't know about theirs. That's the one thing about mine that I have an advantage is I can use audio. But I can have both up, both cameras up. As it is right now, they want us to just switch in between the two. Whew. Man, it is just freaking gorgeous out here tonight. Just freaking beautiful. It looks like the sun's already down. It shouldn't be down yet. Well, I mean, it might be down behind the ridge, but I don't even think it is. It's just because the clouds are so thick right now over there. Because sunset, I think, is like 6:10 or 6:15, something like that. And it's 17:43. So I guess it could be below the ridge. I mean, it's clearly still shining up over there as well as it can with the clouds. Ooh, my sunrise is at like 7 something. So I figure if I can get out here by like at 7 and get a run in, and clean myself up and make it to the dealio. I don't have to be there, but I have to be there by 10. And it's about from here, maybe a 20-minute drive. So I got plenty of time. I forgot to ask, like, during our meeting, if my intent, like, I know I'm on big cam, probably the G2, I would guess, or maybe the Sony, but whew. How are you reading chat? I am, sorry. I get focused sometimes on the trail. I gotta stop in order to read chat. Otherwise I'll trip and fall. Yeah, I'm reading chat. Sorry, I just saw your message. I'm just talking through my job tomorrow. Whew. Trail seems to be in really good shape. At least in this portion. I don't know what the down below Bumblebee is like, but this is, we're gonna have fast times on the race this weekend. Birds are really cool. I'm hearing them since I got here. Whew. I definitely gotta make sure I hydrate. It is warmer, and I don't know if it's drier, but it's definitely warmer out here. I feel dehydrated, but I also drove for the last 2 days, so I don't really drink a lot while I'm driving. Course marker. We're now going that even this is in better shape. I think the trail peeps came through here and helped that out. I used to be freaking super V-cut because we were here, what, a month ago? That was like really V-cut. Looks a lot better. Yeah, this is, we're now running the direction of the race. Checkered blue, don't go that way. Although I don't know why you would go that way. This is clearly the trail still. I mean, I get it. I mean, this close into the trail, you shouldn't be having any issues, but you know, you get focused, you don't really pay attention. But I mean, you're following the Black Canyon Trail. You're pretty much on it for the whole time. So you got all these markers too. Just keep following the trail. But there's going to be that one guy that is going to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to take this hairpin turn instead of just go straight. You know, it's like the reason why they have to put safe off. I might have to take a poo a little bit. Oh man, I gotta watch a couple things. I need to. Here's the tough part is, and I bet you all the other videographers don't do as much as I do, but I watch the race brief just for better situational awareness. Like some of the commentators I know do like their own preview show, so I watch that. So I have like just tonight probably 3 hours worth of videos to watch. Do I feel like actually, yeah, we'll go back. We'll make sure we get a full 5K out of this tonight. Yeah, here's the big dip that it's like, man, when you're in a stride, something like this, oh, it just can take it right out of you. I'm actually surprised that they put those aid stations up already. I would have thought that's something they would have done tomorrow afternoon. Because as far as like the people that put that up and the one over here and Bumblebee, Gloriana, like that's all. There's not a whole lot of aid stations. There's a few others, but I don't think they can get the big box truck into those locations. Maybe they can, I don't know. Table Mesa, they might be able to. I mean, there's a rough road, but there's nothing like, you know, you could drive down it in a car. It's just rocky and rough. So they could easily get a box car there. But that's it. And then the finish line, of course. But I mean, for a race like this, they got like freaking 6 box trucks with full teams on all of them. Kind of signage they got over here. Yeah, they just have a sign saying wrong way, where that other thing they had, freaking white and blue tape. I'm surprised they don't have that here. I mean, it's pretty clearly obvious, but again, it was obvious back there too. It's got your arrow, a couple course markings. Wrong way, you're going the wrong way. How does he know where I'm going? But yeah. Oh, they do have blue and white. It's just the wind has blown it wrap around everything over here. See if we can fix that. Ow! Yeah, that is actually wrapped around in such a way that I don't even know how you untangle it. Like, how did it literally, ow. Fuck, the fucking thorns are relentless. There we go. It freaking tied itself around the branch in a knot somehow. Okay, I got a thorn in me. I gotta get out. How am I gonna do this? Hand hold on to the thing. Hi, everybody. Ooh, that hurt. Any others? I don't think so. I think that was it. I think that was it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go back. I think I should get, I'll be close to 5K. Close enough. Tomorrow we're gonna try and get, I was thinking about running from here all the way down to the other aid station, but I don't need to get vert. And I'd have to leave really early to make that happen. That'd be about 10 miles, roughly. And I don't know how many feet of vert it is. I don't remember, but that'd take me probably 2.5 hours. Just because I'm not in my good climbing legs. I've been doing flat stuff. So we might just run down that way because we still get like 8 miles in or something. If we just go, actually we get further than that really, I think. Is it that? No, I think it was like, wasn't it 8 miles when we turned around that one time? Maybe it was more than that. Because we did this run right before we left. We did that run, I should say, right before we left over a month ago. Oh man, my hand is itchy from them freaking thorns. Like, I don't think that was a mesquite, because I'm allergic to mesquite. Well, I should say I'm allergic to mesquite thorns. They don't make me itchy. They just, if I have one stuck in me, I get headaches, like worse than any migraine I've ever had. Freaking freezer. Never mind, not my freezer, my refrigerator is finally warmed up above freezing too. I had to take everything out of it because everything was frozen, or it was freezing. Luckily I noticed a lot of the stuff was freezing before it did freeze and exploded or anything, but even just the drive yesterday, it was still, like when I left, it was still below freezing. And I stopped at the grocery store and bought some final things for this trip. And I bought some cans of kombucha, and I don't know, I got down to, what would that be, about 3 hours down the road, and went to grab one of them. Didn't even really think of it, and I was looking at the top and I was like, oh, it looks like it got dented or something weird. And then as soon as I cracked that thing open, it was just spurting everywhere, foaming all over the place, all over the floor in my van, on my leg. Well, what had happened is it had froze in those 3 hours. So then I just went and opened up the thing and put left it open for a little bit until I heard the refrigerator kick on, and then closed the lid again. But whew, yeah, everything was freezing. And then I couldn't drink my kombucha because it was a big ice cube. Oh man. Ooh, this little hill right here. I'm feeling it's kicking my ass. Ignore your call? Well, it's because I'm live. Of course I'm going to ignore your call. It was rude of you to interrupt my stream. Whew. It'll be I'm not gonna lie, I'll be glad when this weekend's over. I love doing this, doing the live broadcast, but it is so stressful. You didn't know I was streaming? You should. Don't you have your notifications turned on? You should have known. Oh, I see you don't have your notifications turned on. Oh, so you can see the top of the tent from over here. It's the first aid station right there. And then you can see the second aid station from up top up here, down at the bottom. Nope, yeah, I know. Otherwise you would have known. Beginning of the race like this kind of sucks, since it's like I was saying, I have to go from the start line and then pack up and beeline it down to, oh no, you can't really see it from here, to beeline it to the aid station, which is down there. And then I'm there for like 30 minutes at the most as they come flying through there, and then I gotta pack everything up and get to the next one. Why am I stressed? Because it's stressful doing this. You have to be able to troubleshoot any problems. Hopefully you don't have any problems. That's also stressful. Is triple checking and having backups to your backups to make sure you don't have any problems. But inevitably, you have some sort of problem, and then you gotta freaking troubleshoot it and be able to solve and fix it, because there is millions of people watching. There is somebody way up there. I see a light up on the side over there. That is weird that somebody's way up there. Huh. I wonder if somebody has like a mining claim up there or something. that is just a weird spot. One, I don't ever see anybody going up that, even your side-by-sides and, you know, your OHVs don't go up there. Two, I don't think the road goes over there, because there is like an old road, but I don't think it goes over there. Doesn't have to go with this little flow. Yeah, that's not how it works. How good you do depends on your next job. You can't just go with the flow. Oh, but I have started my, on that note, hopefully anybody on my YouTube, no, nobody's on YouTube, because the only people that would care about my next statement don't watch my Twitch, although maybe I don't know if they go back and watch my YouTube. I have been doing a little bit of networking about doing some live broadcasts of my own races. In fact, I was number 2 on, let's just put it this way, I was on the short list for a race, and who knows, I might still get bumped up to number 1, although then I'd have to start getting into contract negotiations, which I'm not prepared for in such short notice. But and then I've been talking to 2 other races, and well, one they just said that no, that they weren't interested because they're trying to keep a more down, like home, local feel to it, you know, type of thing. But and then the other one, probably not this year, but possibly next year. And that'd be a big race for me to do. So we'll see. And then who knows, next year I might pick up another race that I just found out about too. We'll see. Man, it is just gorgeous out here tonight. And now that wind went away. Like, what's up with that? It's supposed to get windy as the storms move in. It's supposed to rain tonight. Like, even the clouds, you can see the clouds are all wispy, which means it's at least some wind up high. But, god dang, an hour ago it was like 20-mile-an-hour winds right here. Whatever. Whatevs. Hey, look at that. We got exactly 5K. That's what I was shooting for. The bugs are coming out, though. Gosh dang it, there's a little fly flying around my face. It's just bugging me. Get away. Back off. Go away. You go away. Gosh dang, it's like having Nari here. Get out of my face. Okay, well, that's going to be it, everybody. Like I said, I'm going to try and wake up early. Well, I will wake up early. I'm going to try and get out on the trail early so I can get a run in before I go work. Nari says she's mad you didn't take her with you. Well, I get that. It's weird her not being here, because I think this is the first time I've been down here without her. Like, I'm trying to think, did I even ever... Was I ever down here without Nessa? Like, after Nessa passed away. So I don't know as if I've ever spent time down here without a dog. So it's weird. But at least in the last 2 years is my first time not having her.
which is weird. I mean, I don't count Cocodona, because that literally was like, drop her off, cruise down here, like got here, like barely, like I didn't get to enjoy anything, jumped right straight into the race, and then as soon as the race was done, drove right back to go get her. So it wasn't like I really spent time down here. But anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight. I gotta cook some dinner. I gotta do a few final things tonight before work tomorrow, if I'm gonna be able to get a trail run in the morning. But yeah, so that's gonna be it. All right, everyone, love y'all, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning.